What's up everyone, this is Oscar from Underdog, and today I want to introduce you to a drumming concept called the paradiddle, and we're going to apply it in techno, and that's going to result in patterns that sound like this. So what is a paradiddle? Well, like I said, it comes from the drumming world, so it uses two hands, two sticks, and it's a pattern where you hit right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So 8 consecutive hits, we're going to do them every 16th notes, and in drumming it looks something like this.
And when you speed it up, it's really cool.
And so now I can see a lot of you thinking, Oscar, I don't care about this drumming stuff, I just want to make techno. So let's get to the techno part. The idea is that each of these sticks is going to be represented by a different sound. So right will be a particular sound, left will be a different sound. We're going to program in the pattern of the paradiddle. And then the extra step is that we're going to add in accents. So certain hits are going to be accents and some are going to be ghost notes. And then automatically that's going to lead to a delicious rhythm. I might also suggest that there's 3 places where it's interesting to do this. That is in the mid percussion, in the high percussion, and in the low percussion. Let's just do an example of all 3. I mean, I've got time. Have you got time? Looks like we've got time. Let's get into this together. Okay, so here's a beat. We make a little MIDI track and we make a little MIDI clip. The MIDI clip is going to be 1 bar long, and we're going to have to put some kind of sound on this MIDI track. Let's take a kit like this percussions kit. It's got a bunch of like hand drums in it. It's going to be cool for this. So our 1 bar pattern, we're going to make sure that we're in 16th notes, right? So we have 16 16th notes here. So we're going to go for something like right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. This is the basic paradiddle pattern, right? And we're just going to copy that. Or in fact, we can make the loop even half a bar. Let's make it even simpler on ourselves. And so straight out of the gate with the beat, that sounds like this. Okay, already high potential. Now, the next step is to make sure that we've got some accents programmed in there. So we take them all, lower them all, and turn them all into ghost notes, right? The velocity way down. And now we're going to make sure that the pattern isn't so busy by just accenting a few of them. And when in doubt, one of the best accent patterns that you can hope for is the first one, skip to that one, skip to that one. There's basically a dotted 8th note pattern, and it sounds like this. Wicked. Instantly wicked. I mean, you can shift these around to different sounds. And you can get all sorts of flavors out of the mid percussion. Let's put them back where they were. Let's experiment with a different accent pattern, just for fun. So we take them all, bring the velocities down to close to 0, like let's say at 20 or so. Let's stick an accent there and there. Whenever you program things in clusters of 3 like this, so accent, 2 non-accented, and then an accent, you're always creating a syncopated pattern, right? It's somehow related to like the clave pattern, but it's a great starting point always. Just a note, 2 silences, another note. Compared to what it was before. Man, this is so good. I mean, you can even put this into a synthesizer. You find yourself some kind of sound that you like. But you take the same pattern that we did and you make sure that you program it on musically interesting notes. So for example, a root note, let's say we're going to be in E minor, a root note and a minor 3rd, which would be that one. Let's bring this up. Out of the box, it sounds something like this. Let's find a sound that's a little cooler. Sick. So much fun. I've done it on some mid percussion. I've done it on a synthesizer. Now let me do it on some hi-hats. So I take a 909 kit and I grab all of these and I just move them over here. Ah, yeah, baby. Ha! Sick. I'm making everything play the same pattern right now. Obviously, you would mix and match some patterns so that you create an overall groove. Now let's do it on some low percussion, something like low toms, so we can create something that would roll well with a kick drum. And let me, for this one, maybe make a kick drum that is just like 4 on the floor instead of this breakbeat pattern that I've got going on. So here's just a straight up 4 on the floor pattern. Okay, let's make a low end the grooves with that. Honestly, I'm just going to use 909 toms, I think. Keep it simple, you know? Here, let me copy the 909 tom over so I can have two different toms, and then I can pitch them slightly differently compared to each other. So this is actually twice the same sound, right? But it already sounds so good. Just the accent pattern really then. We just change the parameters of the toms slightly. To create a groove that works super well. You could sound design this for quite a while, obviously, and you can choose different sounds. I'm just using really the 909 tom sound, which honestly I think is kind of an ugly sound, but that's okay. The principle stands that this is an invaluable pattern and a great starting point for programming techno percussion that is interesting, that has a little bit of depth and nuance to it. Take this away, apply it in your own productions. Come show us on the Discord channel what you did with this. Big shout out, by the way, to this commenter from a few weeks ago who kind of triggered this whole thought process to bring you this video. Thanks so much, and if you have any more wisdom to drop, please drop it because I will happily elaborate on it. Are there any other acoustic drumming techniques that apply very well in techno? If so, let me know and I will look into it. Remember, you can go take one of my courses on courses.underdog.brussels. And until next time, stay producing.